Hello and welcome everybody as we finally get this game underway, a 2-game series between Zero Latitude and Insidious Idol. It is the Join Dota League season number 3, Asian Division 1. As well, Insidious Idol, they aren't looking too bad at the moment in the groups, or well, at least definitely not as bad as Zero Latitude, unfortunately for them. I mean, after all, Zero Latitude, they are 0-12. They've played 6 series, they have lost every single one of them. Whereas Insidious Idol they're 1-5 as well, but well, still not doing as bad. And Insidious Idol actually yesterday they did beat Myth Trust 2-0 in a different cup, so might be looking better for them or upwards. But coming into this draft, looking at the bans, Death Prophet and Doombreaker taken out by Zero Latitude, whereas a Lycan and a Faceless Void ban coming out from Insidious Idol themselves. But a Brewmaster was the first pick. And Zero Latitude will almost immediate Tidehunter and Razor in return. Whereas the secondary pick for Insidious Idol is gonna be the Shadow Shaman. So just the draft so far at least has been pretty damn fast, to be honest. Sometimes people take a much longer time actually deciding what to go for. But I guess those teams, they knew exactly what they wanted and that's what they went for. And Zero Latitude, well, they already have two rather tanky heroes, to be honest. Tidehunter, pretty hard to bring him down once he has a couple of levels, has the Kraken Shell maxed out. Just such a great ability, not only because it actually blocks a pretty hefty amount of damage, it also dispels or purges you after you take a certain damage threshold. So just stun locking him is gonna be hard. And Razor, of course, they want to build a mech usually for your team, or if not mech, just go for Aghanim Scepter BKB. But we will see how they want to go about this. Shadow Shaman, of course, always a solid hero, but the next set of bans now, Zero Latitude, have taken out the Viper, so also a tanky core usually to build mech for a team. Whereas Insidious Idol, Skyriff Mage, plus, what other supports? I guess Brave King is always a good support, to be honest. Check Hero has been played more and more often recently as well. So there are a couple of bans that they could target if they wanted to take out supports here. Even a Rubik wouldn't be too bad of a ban. I mean, just stealing Primal Split, stealing anything from a Shadow Shaman. But they are taking a little bit of a longer time with the 4th ban here. I guess the most common of heroes, at least almost all of them, have been picked up already. And it's actually an Ancient Apparition ban in the end. I mean, and Ravage into Ice Blast, yes, definitely can be devastating. Razor AA +1 could also make a pretty good aggressive tri-lane if they wanted to. Leave Tidehunter solo up against whatever offlane Insidious Idol is gonna use. And Zero Latitude, they do ban out an Invoker of all heroes, so I didn't really see that one coming. I thought like maybe Brewmaster Meat, but Invoker is a pretty huge pain in the ass. But now 3rd pick about to come for Zero Latitude. They definitely need some supports. They of course have one more space, one more slot open for that 3rd core hero for them. But what can they go for? I mean, they have plenty of time in their reserve to just make up their mind here. Something with a stun is always going to be nice, especially since Tidehunter, well, yes, he has a stun, but that's his ultimate, which has a 2.5 minute cooldown. So it's not really all that reliable. Wraith King definitely wouldn't be too bad still, I think. Check Hero. Boost up their push a little bit, as well as get the Ice Path for themselves. Maybe somebody with a Silence. I mean, Skyriff Mage is banned, of course, but what other heroes could they go for? I mean, I guess they could go for like a Puck mid if they want to run the safe lane Razor. Of course, that you can pick up later along the way as well if need be. So, Witch Doctor, I guess, is available as one of the heroes as well. Don't really see it happening, but it might. There's 1 minute left in the reserve time, man. They have no idea where this is going. Well, neither do I, to be honest. I mean, Tidehunter Razor, it's not like they say like, oh, you're going for this certain hero now. I mean, Vengeful Spirit would be nice for additional minus armor, I guess. Speed up the Roshan process as well as just the physical damage, killing heroes. Gosh, Wave of Terror, but oh, they go for the Cancer. Oh no, please no, man. A Tinker, why Zero Latitude? Holy crap, man. It can be extremely interesting and just action-packed to watch a Tinker. But, just March of the Machines is anti-fun. But in Insidious Idol, they pick up a Juggernaut for themselves. Juggernaut, I have seen it played in a support role in the Southeast Asian scene quite often recently, especially by first departure. But the healing ward, it is nice up against the March of the Machines. Usually it's not enough to sustain the push for too long if there are multiple layers of March of the Machines coming, but it can definitely sustain it enough for you to actually get some pretty nice damage done on the tower. Otherwise you more or less have to back off immediately. Especially since it's percentage based, so if you just get some items that give you extra health, healing ward will also just suddenly become stronger. But Zero Latitude now, they pick up an Earthshaker for themselves. So there's even more counter push in theory. Earthshaker, a really nice long range stun with the Fissure. As well as the ability to just go into the middle of everybody at Echo Slam. When the enemy is just coming in, pushing at the tower. Under the tower, trying to right click away at it. So in Insidious Idol, I wouldn't mind a check hero for them at the moment. Or at least not too much at all. Just Liquid Fire plus Mass Serpent Ward should be enough to just get towers down low pretty fast and easy. But they go for a Darkseer of all heroes at the moment. I mean, yes, Surge up the Juggernaut, get him closer for the Blade Fury, or just Surge into Omni Slash, Juggernaut trying to focus down the Tinker, just tunnel vision him. Or Iron Shell onto the Brewmaster, Blink Thunderclap, and just right click and have the Iron Shell do some damage. I mean, it can definitely work, but how well will the Darkseer just help them negate the effects of a Tinker? I mean, vacuum into the trees that the Tinker TPs to or blinks to, yes, maybe. But it's not gonna be easy by any means, I think. And while Zero Latitude, they themselves actually ban out a Nature's Prophet, taking out some additional push, but plus, of course, global presence is always a pain in the ass to deal with. But in Insidious Idol, they do know Zero Latitude needs another support, or maybe, just maybe, a jungler. Enigma would be one of the options for them, I think. Although, I'm not overly convinced that they actually want to go for it. Enigma against Brewmaster, not the best since the Brewlings can just stop the Black Hole rather easy. Maybe a Darkseer, I guess. Not a Darkseer, what am I saying, man? Don't even know what I was aiming at, but they ban out the Rubik. I already just slightly discussed the Rubik beforehand as well, before the Chugger and Darkseer were even picked up. So no Rubik to come. I still think Vengeful Spirit wouldn't be too bad of a hero. Just to try to defensively swap Tinker out as well if he gets caught somehow. And actually in Insidious Idol, what hero could they go for now? I mean, it all depends on whether they want to run a Juggernaut Korra or as a support. I mean, otherwise, they could still pick up something like a Storm Spirit. Just something that can jump the Tinker. A Spectre is still an option as well. Spectre plus Healing Ward actually can be quite devastating, especially once the Spectre has something like a Heart of Tarrasque. So Healing Ward heals him up, and every damage he takes is just gonna negate a lot of it, or not negate, but disperse it. But a Sniper pickup, guys! A Sniper is what we're gonna have for Insidious Idol. So, something different at the very least. Has a pretty damn long range to just deal with the Tinker and steer clear of possibly the Earthshaker and the Tidehunter. And I guess without the Blink on Earthshaker or Tidehunter, they don't really have the best gap closer. Yes, Disruptor in theory you can glimpse. But Sniper, he should always be at the back line, so if he runs to the front lines and actually is out of position so that the glimpse will bring him back to a really bad position, then he's really done his job poorly as it is, I think. It depends a little bit on where you gank. If you can come from behind, yes, Sniper really doesn't have to go anywhere, or doesn't have anywhere to go. But we'll see if Zero Latitude can make it happen properly. Disruptor is still pretty decent against Darkseer. You try to Surge all the way through, suddenly you're going to get glimpse back. Surge is on cooldown, and it's just easy fodder after that. And of course, Static Storm cancelling Darkseer when he just tries to run at you, tries to get the vacuum wall combination. And Static Storm against Brewmaster is also pretty nice. But we'll see, we will see as the game, well, the start was late, and it's not enough, man. We need pauses at the start as well, just the customary start of the game pause. But to introduce the lineups to you guys, who is playing what? Ysera will be on the Brewmaster, leaving Shred on the Shadow Shaman, Shagasaurus to play this Darkseer, with Bethel playing up on the... what? What was the last pick? I'm already forgetting it, but just Chinese letters, Japanese letters, I don't know. Up on the Juggernaut, and yes, Bethel He's playing the sniper for them. As for Zero Latitude, lots of stand-ins for them. But C-Boss playing the Disruptor, Koala on the Razor, 2-2-2 to be the Earthshaker for them. So Gomez up on the Tidehunter, and well, my Dota just crashed. Holy crap, man. Things are getting better and better and better, it looks like. I'm starting Dota again. Hopefully we'll be fine. Just got some random error. Fatal line something something. But just hoping that it won't take all too long for me to reconnect here. Reconnect, yeah. We're on it, guys. We're on it. I'm just gonna mute my microphone just in case, because sometimes it goes berserk when I'm loading into the game the first time. Sorry for the silence, guys, but it's for your own sake, man. Otherwise, if my microphone goes from 7 to 100, you're gonna get lots of static and just your ears will get blown off, but looks like it's fine. And, oh, wait a second, one thing more that has to be done. Minimap icons too small, man. Whoa, bam, it's fine. So, didn't miss anything, thank God. No first blood before the creeps actually spawned. So, we are finally in the game, guys. Finally. And what rune will spawn, and who's gonna get it as well? Haste rune, possibly? No, not gonna happen. Regeneration, definitely kind of the most useless rune to begin with. I'm not too sure if him destroying it was the smartest choice, though. Yes, you want to make sure that your enemy doesn't get it, but Tinker, since he's rushing a bottle, only 2 iron branches and 2 shared tangos, he would have gotten his bottle pretty damn fast. Just spam the lasers onto Ysera as much as possible, and then just go pick up the regeneration rune. Not pick it up, but even bottle it up. And yes, 4 stand-ins on Zero Latitude, although Bramisi, the Tinker, as well as Koala, they've been playing with them quite a lot, I think. So, those two for sure I have seen before playing for Zero Latitude in this season. The rest, maybe 2-2-2 as well on the Earthshaker. Feels a little bit familiar, but I mean, all in all, Zero Latitude, they almost always have some kind of stand-ins, unfortunately. Oh, it's Korean characters, Korean letters. Okay then. Sorry, I do not tell the difference between Korean and Chinese and what have you, so Korean letters it is on the Juggernaut. Thanks, guys, thanks. But look at bottom lane, Bethel is taking so much damage already. The Juggernaut trying to harass Tidehunter away, who actually went for Gush early on, just to get extra harass on the sniper. But the lane will be pushing out now after this wave, or at least it should a little bit here. Or actually it's the tire wave. No, the tire wave doesn't get quite under the tower, but the one range creep will help out, even if by a tiny bit. But the Juggernaut doing a pretty nice job of just boxing out the Tidehunter completely so far. I mean, the Blade Fury is such a scary thing. I mean, if you get shackled into Blade Fury, you are more likely dead than not. Even if you are a Tidehunter, especially without Crack and Shell, nothing to actually get rid of the shackles or anything. But in the mid lane, Bramisi just continues on with the laser harass onto Ysera's Brewmaster. 3 seconds of mischance, definitely pretty annoying, but so far Ysera has 10 and 3 compared to 6 and 2. So he's looking good, but Bramisi, he's going to bottle up a haste rune, so the rune control will be his. But Ysera already bringing the courier out. He wants to bottle crow as well. He wants to be able to just spam out the thunderclap to continuously farm properly. So 2.5 minutes in, no first blood yet. Koala free farming on the safe lane, but actually 9 and 7 compared to his counterpart Bethel on the sniper, who is 13 and 5. So sniper doing a little bit better, especially considering that, well, nobody's on the offlane for Insidious Idol. Darkseer, he can go for it, but he wants that level 2 before. Just have the surge available to him and then he can go. But that time just farming up the jungle instead. And that's the good thing, or one of the best attributes for good offlaners. You can also go into the jungle if it's really horrible for you. But looking at the mid lane, Earthshaker hanging around just in case somebody wants to gank the Tinker. I mean, I guess Shadowshown has been missing, but he's been stacking up, actually triple stack now. They can farm it up with the Juggernaut, just Blade Fury up, for example. Especially once it gets to level 2 or more. So we will see how well they can farm it up. Even the Darkseer can just come and flash farm it. Or they can use it as a joint effort. Shrapnel actually by Sniper as well. So he's skilling that up. Additional tower push, and actually it's a pretty good form of pushing up against Tinker. You have that increased range from take aim. And you just shrapnel the tower, right click away from a distance where most of the machines actually doesn't affect you. And shrapnel itself as well also deals damage. But looking at the ancients now, or rather the lack of. So he did pop down a sentry just to make sure he can stack up the ancients for himself or for the Tinker. Both of those could farm it up. But mid lane, it's actually getting more and more even now that Promisi gets more points into Martian machines. But who's gonna get the rune? Is it even gonna spawn here? The Fisher is there on Ysera, but the rune, well, it spawns bottom lane. A little bit unfortunate, but it's a illusion rune. The Juggernaut picks it up as well, just to make sure that the offlaner, the Tide Hunter, doesn't come and just snatch it away. Yes, Darkshire has his Soul Ring, so he can spam out the Iron Shell rather freely now. Razor shouldn't care too much about the Iron Shell, of course, since he's a range 0 after all. But mid lane, the Earthshaker, he's not accomplishing much of anything. I mean, just one Fisher, I think that's all he has used so far to block off Ysera from getting the rune, although Tinker wouldn't have gotten the rune anyway, even thanks to the Fisher. So, he's just more or less leeching XP from Tinker, although he's staying pretty far back, so not even getting much XP at it. Yeah, guys. Bye-bye. Anyway, Razor is building the mech as usual. He already has the, well, almost has the Haters finished, has the Buckler, so he's looking pretty good so far. Actually, better than even expected. In 5 minutes in, you have the Haters and the Buckler finished, plus another 250 gold almost. I guess he started with boots, or must have just boots, tangos, and that's it. So, Juggernaut farming up his own jungle in the meantime, and oh, look at this camp. Is it penta-stacked? 1, 2, 3, 4? Some small guys? Oh no, I guess it's 4. Might be a 5th hidden in there, but I think it's 4. But still, quad stack. Pretty good farm coming in anybody's way who actually chooses to go farm it up. Whereas So Gomez, he is getting nothing in the offlane almost. He's almost level 3, but just relies on stacking up the ancients, or at least is trying to do so. Anchor Smash to pull them away. But he needs about level 5 before he can properly do them, and since he put 1 point into Gush, might even need a little bit extra. Just, you want usually 2 points into Kraken Shell at least before you start doing it. But Face Boots now picked up on, well, who was it even? And checking chat and whatnot is disturbing. But oh, it was the Sniper picking up Face Boots, so wants the extra mobility, wants to make sure that he just can run to the back lines, even if he is a little bit too far up front to begin the fight with. But 6.5 minutes and still no kills, man. What a boring game it has been so far at the very least. Ysera even has himself the primal split, but can't really make anything happen onto Brahmisi since the Earthshaker is hanging around like that. Although Seek Boss, the Disruptor finally making his move, or is he? Doesn't have his ultimate, so probably Ysera should be able to get off his primal split anyway. Whether he will be able to, that's a whole different matter though. As, just Thunderclap on Ysera to farm up. Yes, Mischance will make him so that he can't get that one last hit that he otherwise probably would have. But they're fine with that. I mean, he's getting a pretty nice amount of last hits anyway. Actually 34 and 8 compared to 27 and 6, although it was kind of a semi-dual lane mid. The Earthshaker more or less just hanging behind more than helping do anything against the Brewmaster. And the mech is already finished 7 minutes in. But if you're rushing a mech like that without finishing power threads or anything, does that mean you want to go on the aggressive, man? Why else would you actually build a mech? If you don't fight, that item doesn't give you too much of anything. Yes, some health regeneration is all good and well, some armor, but how much do you need it, say, is just farming up the safe lane? I guess once you get ganked, you have a little bit of a better time, but look at this, everybody's going in for the first blood. Tide Hunter already slowed down by the shrapnel. Well, this is gonna be easy first blood. Assassinate used as well. Shred, shackled up, no points into Kraken Shell, and this is gonna be first blood. 100% Sniper to pick it up. What a good hero to have it. 1 TP cancelled here as well. They tried to come in, but first blood plus a tier 1 tower to fall as well now. Bethel getting a crap ton of gold. Shrapnel maxed out Chagasaurus. Finally TP's back to the top lane to stop the push from there, but it's gonna be first blood plus a tower. Bethel, yep, he gets both of it. 1.9k gold. Can go for, actually, yeah, he went for drums. So additional mobility. some nice stats as well to actually be able to survive some burst. But top lane, Private Speed comes out, Koala is in some trouble, he buffed the mech, but Chegasaurus is gonna go down first. Actually, C-Boss is the one to get it, but it's a 1-for-1 trade, and I don't think Zero Latitude will be happy about it. Just offlane Darkseer, who is level 4, up against a Razor who was level 8 with the kill as well. Yes, Razor, he got the kill first, but just so much XP going in the way of Insidious Idol, and getting a kill on Razor always nice. So Insidious Idol, they've taken 2 trades at the moment. First one, well, I guess wasn't even much of a trade, just getting the tower and the first blood, but now a 1-for-1, and C-Boss, he's on the run. He's the one to actually finish up the Darkseer, just with Thunderstrike. Thunderstrike level 1, it does consume a lot of mana, but it's still pretty... I mean, 130 mana for 160 damage. I have seen better spells, like for example Ethershock. It does 200 damage for 105 mana. Or, 95 mana for 140 on the first level, so a little bit more cost efficient. But Thunderstrike is nice, it also gives vision, so it's good enough. Oh yeah, man, guys. HeflaTV won #1 stream for degenerate Dota gamblers. Yeah, we try to bring as many games to you as possible, guys. Oh, we're enablers, we're enabling gambling to you guys. I guess that's not too nice of a thing by us, but that's the sad truth of it. But Tinker has reconnected into the game, hopefully no more issues. Go has been given from Insidious Idol, as from Bromisi himself. So Tinker, he's back in action. And C-Boss just running away from the top lane, which they got 1 kill on, but Juggernaut, he's level 5, not quite yet towards the Omni Slash, but he has Face Boot, so his movement speed will be a lot better in just trying to catch up on to whatever hero they want to Blade Fury down. Now his hero doesn't have the Prime Split, so actually has to be slightly afraid, but he should be tanky enough to actually escape just a Fissure, unless it's a perfect Fissure block. But with the angles that is working, I don't think he's gonna get it. Although Shred, he might be in a crap ton of trouble. Level 3 Glimpse. Should be an easy kill. Glimpse back, Koala. Plasma Field not even used yet. Kinetic Field is there. Actually, they don't catch him, but Static Field, or Static Link rather, is there. Oh, the Shockwave. Man, almost. The Satyr almost managed to deny the Shadow Sham, but not quite. So Koala, they get the kill, and that is the power of a Disruptor. It just can't be out of position at all. Just such an easy glimpse back, easy kill, and Shadow Sham, it's not like he had anything to do about it. Didn't even get caught in the kinetic field, but it's just... he's too low, or has too low of a movement speed. Now, Juggernaut, he's the one to go in. Plasma Field already comes through, taking a pretty nice amount of damage, but not enough to get a kill. He has the healing orb as well if need be, if it's really necessary. But are more heroes coming in here? He wants to rotate top. Still doesn't have his blink there, or... well, he's going for drums by the looks of it instead. Just face boots drums. Semi-carry-ish Brewmaster before the blink. He's bottling up now as well. We'll pick up a haste run. Actually, with the haste, just blink, thunderclap, right-click somebody down. It's possible. Although, the Zero Latitude, they do have tabs on Shred as well as the Juggernaut with the Sub-Zero reward here. So catching them by surprise would be a little bit hard. As Bethel just continues to push up the bottom lane at the moment. Does he have any more items picked up? No, he doesn't. So his farm has slowed down a little bit, but net worth wise, he is still 1.2k ahead of anybody on Zero Latitude. So Sniper looking good, but Sniper has to look good as well, because otherwise, if anybody gets close to him, what does he actually have to do to just save himself? There's not much of anything. And at the moment, there's no mech coming out yet, unless actually Shagasaurus is working for one. So 450 gold away. Not that far, but oh, Juggernaut, he's trying to leech some XP if he only hits level 6 from this. If he hits level 6, he just can rush in Blade Fury into the Omni Slash, but I guess Disruptor has to be the target. Koala with the power, threats and strength, some magic stick charges, and the mech should be able to survive it, unless Ysera, he comes in as well. They have the Primal Split now, but this ward, I do believe, spotted things out. And they still aren't going for it. They're just hoping for somebody to come slightly out of position. I think it's the time to make the move, and yeah, Thunderclap just to farm up the wave. Go for the tower, but are there Boots of Trials? Yes, Boots of Trials finished on Bromisi. 11.5 minutes in with the bottle as well as the soul ring, so not bad farm, and it's enough to just stop the push immediately. But mid lane, Bethel clips back into the static storm. They need a little bit assistance. Tinker, he's gonna come in. He's taking missiles. Laser, can he get in range? Yes, he can, but it's not enough. Laser, it's only level 1. Sometimes you see 2, 2, 3, but the action hasn't stopped yet. Sivo's in some trouble. Kinetic field, will it be enough to Thunderclap? It connects. They need a little bit more though. Will they follow up? Haste rune, no, it expires, so actually no kills exchanged as Earthshaker, he's running home. I guess he ran away from Sniper, but 2-2 still, 12 minutes in. The kills definitely not too many of them in this game. But the tower mid lane down to half HP. Shrapnel just slowly but surely making work of it. Oh, they pop the buckler, they get the extra health as well, and look at this, look at the range. Take aim, it's level 3, so it's not even max range at the moment. It's still 850 already, man. Just, it's so ridiculous. But is he gonna go down? Yeah, the Fisher comes up, Plasma Field connects as well. He's blocked in, he can't go anywhere. Healing ward, it expires. They have the Ravage, they will pop it. Blade Fury though, it only connects onto 2 heroes. Koala, get the kill on the Razor. Thunderclap with the Prime Split comes out, but they need a little bit more. Koala, it's just a little bit too tankier. The damage output, it's not too much for them, and they're on the run now. Shakasaurus, he goes down. Earthshaker gets the kill with the Fisher, and everybody just in tatters, trying to run away. Earth Panda, he will survive it, but he's caught. He activates the magic stick, has the Thunderclap, but will it be enough? Earthshaker, he's around. The Echo Slam is spent for it, but they're under the tower. The static link comes through, but Ysera, he got out thanks to the face, puts a little bit more. He goes down in the end to Earthshaker, but Earthshaker will fall down. No, they switch the tower aggro. The bottle charge is even shared to him by Bramizi. Nice guy, Tinker, and suddenly 5-2. In Suicidal, they lost 3 heroes, and they were so close to getting a kill on Disruptor, but nice kinetic field. Primal Split, they didn't really want to commit it, and now Assassinate onto Zoe Gomez. Oh, he cancels it, but they want to go for Koala now. He's stunned up. The right clicks are flying. Blade Fury with a body block. Kinetic field is there, but can he survive this Assassinate? I think it's gonna go down. Omni Slash just to ensure the kill. They will get it, but now Juggernaut will fall down in return, so he wants to go for the healing ward is down. Anchor Smash, it's not gonna be enough. They will get the Hex, and they get the Disruptor. And now, can they get Zoe as well? I do think so. Iron Shell, they're just chasing him down. Where in the meantime, Bethel, oh man, 9 HP, Master Machine's not quite enough, and Tinker goes down, so 6-5, 0 Latitude. They take an excellent fight, but they stay a little bit too long, and just don't back off in time, and not only that, the Tinker just came in later on anyway. Well, this is safe to say that it was a horrible trade. Here, actually, he gets blocked in a little bit. Takes actually pretty huge amount of damage from the tower. He does get the tower kill, Thunderclap onto 2-2-2. Does he want to go in for it? Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so. And he's actually still going for the Blink Dagger, it looks like. Doesn't want to finish up the power threads first. But Koala, he hasn't picked up anything new in quite a while now after the mech and power threads. 4.5k net worth. Bethel, yes, he died in the last fight, but they're getting the objectives, they're getting some towers, some kills on top of it. And Maelstrom also almost finished on Sniper. Now he's level 11. Actually doing extremely well, but the Tinker also 600 gold away from the Blink Dagger, and once he gets that, he's just gonna become lots more annoying. And look at this, so Gomez, still only 1 point into Kraken Shell, he's only level 7, but together with the Tinker, it's gonna be plenty to just farm up the Ancient stack. It is a quad stack here as well. Just double Thunderhide, 1 Golem, 1 Dragon. But they are now on the top lane. They want to go there. He has the Invis rune. He has the Blink, Thunderclap, Primal Split combination ready. Who is he going to use it on? Is he going to use it on anybody at all? Well, yes, he wants to go. Earthshaker is the target. Blink, Thunderclap, Primal Split comes out as well. Juggernaut, Blade Fury, easy kills. And actually kind of get Razor as well. The wall is waiting for him if he comes down, but they want to go for Prometheus. Silence is there. Omniscience on cooldown anyway. Seaboss though, he's taking so much damage from the Sniper. Just right clicking away from this. Shrapnel down Prometheus. He's going to go down. They even used the Omniscience just to ensure the kill, and now everybody else is on the run. Earthshaker, he bought back Koala, he came through, and there's the Ravage. Yes, they catch Juggernaut, but Ysera, he already got the Blink to safety. Earthshaker Fisher onto Bethel, he should be fast enough with the Drum Shred coming in as well. Edershock, Hex onto the Earthshaker, but he has to run himself now. Shrapnel, a little bit too far away. Shackle Shred, he wants to set up the kill. 1 more second, Edershock, he's gonna get it, or is it? No! He's stun locked. Echo Slam into the Enchant Totem. But Ysera, he finds So Gomez tied under. Bye bye, you're gone. So in the end, 10-7 overall on the kill board. I do believe it was then a 4-4-2 exchange, I want to say. Only the supports, the Juggernaut and Shadow Shaman dying there. Earthshaker, thank god he didn't have a dieback, but he is still pretty damn far away from his Blink Dagger. And that's the biggest deal, because they just haven't had the ability to go for towers yet. You just... If you don't get towers, man, you're missing out on so much global gold, whereas in Insidious, they've already taken down 3, and now Darkseid has to blink. So they have a little bit of an easier time to actually locate the Tinker and just try to vacuum him out of position or something. Or actually even just vacuum into Shrapnel, vacuum into Blade Fury, just not too bad, or vacuum Thunderclap. Yes, it's not the biggest like vacuum into, for example, a Black Hole or Reverse Polarity or something like that, but I think it's good enough. But 10 to 7, looking at the graphs now as well, actually, it's almost a 7,500 gold lead for Insidious Idol. XP, just look at this. It was the 1 kill mid, and 30 seconds later, the counter kills happened. So 1,500 XP lead for Insidious Idol, definitely not much, but just the pure item advantages that they have. This Juggernaut transitioning into a semi-carry of sorts as well, has the drums already finished. Sometimes you see just brown boots into Aghanim Scepter on supports, but Ysera gonna get searched, a Blink Thunderclap onto 2, the Ion Shell burning them down as well. There's the Primal Split Vacuum Wall onto the 2, Assassinate onto Titan. Actually, he gets thrown up in the air by the Storm Panda, but now he's down. Nether Shock, if you right click, Shagasaurus gets the kill from the Ion Shell on the Earth Panda. 2 easy kills, and Tinker, well, he TP's out, but Mass Serpent Board's down. They want to go for the tower, and Mars the Machine's only 1 layer, just not enough of it. At least not for the time being yet. Will the backdoor protection kick in time? Heat-seeking missiles to fly. Blink dodge from Ysera. Do they have Omniscience? Yes, they do. It's still level 1. So tower goes down. Shadow Shaman gets it with the Mass Serpent Boards. Finishes up his Blink. And they're gaining an extreme amount of map control at the moment. And actually, when you don't have any towers killed yourself and you have a Tinker, he mostly farms up everything on your side of the map. And since you can't really go to the enemy side, since they have all the tier 1s and can TP in easily, nobody else is really effectively farming as well. But Ysera now finds himself an Invis rune. Zero Latitude, they had vision of, well, have vision a moderate amount in the river, and actually there's only 2 wards down by Insidious Idol themselves, 1 to block off the Ancients. So they themselves don't have too much aggressive vision, but... Oh, looks like so far they haven't needed it, but Prometheus somehow gets a solo kill onto Shagasaurus. Not entirely sure how that happened, or if that should even happen at all, at least not without like Dagon E-Blade combinations or what have you. But, well, it happened. I guess Soul Ring was used by Darkseid, just thinking he can farm up safely, but suddenly the burst heat-seeking missiles into laser. But now, 12 to 8 still. Insidious Idol holding a lead, although Tinker, he is catching up slowly to the Sniper. Sniper still a little bit ahead, but man, look at his farming position, just so sneaky. So sneaky. He has vision with this Observer Ward, just right-clicking them down. And oh man, he even got the respawn on the Ancient Black Dragon. Not too sure if it was calculated or not, but if it was, or even if it wasn't, just pretty good for him nonetheless. Just farming up continuously, getting additional farm. Whereas Ysera, actually, he gave away his bracers now. I guess he was like, yeah, our guys are going for double drums anyway. 1 on Sniper, 1 on Juggernaut. We don't really need the 3rd set. So that's now Ysera going for the Aghanim Scepter, as is so common on Brewmasters. It's a pretty strong upgrade as well, man. It gives a nice stats anyway, plus the double Thunderclap of all is just so strong. You blink Thunderclap, Primal Split, Thunderclap, Boulder Toss. And if you catch his support with that, he's most likely dead. But speaking of dead supports, Pramisi picks up a Dagon for himself. Shadow Shaman has to be extremely careful now. Heat-seeking missile, laser Dagon. It's definitely gonna be enough to get the kill on him. But now Juggernaut is in some trouble. He has the Blade Fury if he is fast enough on his reactions. Tidehunter has a blink though, finally. He's only level 9 still. But at least the blink ravage will be there. Looking at the last hit, Tinker is number 1. Razor is actually close second, working towards the BKB. Still needs a recipe for it. Can Insidious Idol even push? And at the moment they are grouped up behind the Juggernaut. They're expecting somebody to come in and fight. Ysera, do they see him? Oh, I actually think Ysera was slightly out of vision. Prometheus, he's pretty far up, but he gets the TP out. Mars the Machines is just running through. And just pushing into it is such a pain in the ass, but Mjolnir picked up on Bethel now on the sniper. Mjolnir definitely will help out, just put it on anybody, for example the Brewmaster who just goes into the front lines, into the march with the machines. Get a crap ton of lightning procs going. But this here Saddle, they're slowly but surely making their way closer to the enemy tower, and I feel like they want to fight. Sniper is coming in as well. He's not too close yet. And actually they're losing their siege creep with it, or are they? Mass Serpent Wars are down as well tower. It's pretty low from before already, and they really want to go in. They see Mass Serpent War, or not Mass Serpent Wars. Oh, Kinetic Field quality, don't catch anybody. Glimpse, yes, Shagasaur still a little bit off target, and the Surge was enough to get him to safety anyway. Now the Shrapnel comes through on the tower. Mass Serpent Wars, are they gonna get the deny? No, they're not. Double damage activated on his hero. They want to chop in Blink, come on. It would have been beautiful. Blink, Thunderclap, there's the Omniscience as well. Koala, he's down immediately, but the silence onto Ysera. He gets spurted down by the Echo Slam as well. Shagasaur can't really do too much to help, but it is a 2-for-1 in the end. Bethel clears up the Tide Hunter with just long range right clicks. Doesn't even need the Assassinate for it. So a 2-for-1 plus a tier 2 tower. Definitely favoring Insidious Idol. Although I have to say, man, the Static Storm was pretty good from Disruptor. With the stuns coming out from the Earthshaker to follow up. Get the kill onto Ysera, but don't think Insidious Idol mind all that much. Next target, possibly tier 2 top, or maybe even Roshan. Now that Static Storm is on cooldown, Ravage as well, I guess it's the best possibility to go for one. Shagasaur is going for a BKB of his own, it looks like, on the Darks here. Definitely not a bad choice against what Zero Latitude has. Oh man, Shadow Shaman, dead support. Heat-seeking missile. And that's the worst thing you can do. You're just behind the trees, but you have vision of the enemy. You activate the heat-seeking missile so that they're already flying. Then blink in, laser, Dagon, heat-seeking missiles are flying, connecting, and just 3 spells all together. Actually, Shagasaurus got the kill on the Earthshaker. Might lose his life. Gonna get glimpse back. I think he's down. Yep, laser, Thunderstrike. Gosh, gets the kill. So a little bit too deep there. Not a worthy trade. A Darkseer for a support Earthshaker. So at the moment, 15 to 11. It's kind of a stalemate at the moment, or not too much action going, but the gold crash just steadily keeps rising. 12,000 gold lead for the Insidious Idol XP. Dropped down a little bit now with the Darkseer exchange, I guess, but still a 4,000 lead for Insidious Idol as well. So they're looking good. I think they are more or less happy with their position, especially since Sniper is getting the amount of farm that he is. And man, he can even farm from this high ground. Just he attack range on that guy, 950. I do believe the next highest in the game is probably an Aghanim Scepter Enchantress, which should be something like 825, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. And I know the normal attack range should be like 625 on Lina. Throw Ranger possibly has it as well, I think. Oh, but Shred! Mass Serpent Lord Hex, assassinate onto Prometheus. They're gonna get the kills, Shackles to follow. They found the Tinker. Shadow Shaman being sneaky in the sideline, just ran forward. Mass Serpent Lords for some vision, Hex to follow. BKB is finished on Koala now, but I think they're gonna lose the tier 2 without the Tinker. He doesn't have buyback either for, well, for who knows how long. Until he gets the gold for it. 147 off, but yeah, they're not gonna get it. This tower is dropping down pretty damn fast. Healing Ward is there as well, just to make sure everybody's at full HP. And tower actually was destroyed by the Dire, but a tier 2 for tier 1. I think Insidious Idol will take that trade, and now they're pressuring the high ground already. Shrapnel down, right clicks coming in from the Sniper. He's level 16, level 3 Assassinate. Surge on Shagasaurus. They have Glimpse on C-Boss. Not gonna go for it at the moment. Not the most damage done yet. But Tinker is still down. He's not gonna buy back with only 7 seconds left. They still have Blink Ravage as well, which is level 2 now. But we have an Aghanim Scepter on the Brewmaster. He has to be careful of the Static Storm, of course, but man, I'm just expecting a Blink Vacuum into Thunderclap. Can they get it though? That's the question. Prometheus just... He's there now. Monster Machine should be enough to stop the push. Oh, look, Titan 3 wants to come in from the side. They've smoked up even for this same thing, and If the March machines are down, actually Zera goes in blink, Thunderclap misses everything. Prime Speed comes out as well. There's the blink which connects onto 4 enemy heroes. Will it be enough though? They pop the mech. Blade Fury is there. Koala with his BKB stealing a lot of damage from Bethel. Actually completely chasing him down. He's gonna get the kill. One more right click sniper. He's fast enough for the time being, but Chegosaurus surges himself up. Might escape as well. The plasma field, it just barely is not enough. Now straight he comes back in. I don't know why the shackles onto Koala, but Eye of the Storm just makes quick work of him. A 2-for-1 so far. As Koala, his Eye of the Storm will wear off. I don't think Chegosaurus wants to fight. Oh, he gets the blink out of the plasma field. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was so damn close. I was almost certain the plasma field would catch up to him, but man, Koala, he did such a great job. Just BKB, static link onto Bethel. Sniper, even with face boots and drums, just can't really easily outrun Razor with the unstable current. So he stole a lot of damage. Eye of the Storm just dealing the damage at the same time, and man, Darkseer, he also escaped with like what, 47 HP or something at one point, I think. So a little bit unfortunate to say the least. But Bethel has himself the meta style finished if he wants to go for the Titan or buy the recipe for it. Unless he wants to like have Yasha into Eye of the Skadi or something. Eye of Skadi. From easy will TP out. Sharpener by Bethel attempted to get some vision, but guessed wrong and would have been a little bit too late anyway. But he's farming up the jungle now. Is he still number 1 in net worth? Yes, he is, about 2k over the Tinker, so Tinker's not getting too much, but I think he's getting a decent amount at the moment just for them to turtle up a little bit longer. He wants to go for the E-Blade, it looks like. 2.4k in the bank, needs another 900 gold to finish up the Eagle Song and the Ethereal Blade. Whoa. Oh man, solo casting sucks. Or at least my brain can't handle the loss of oxygen. But Chegosaurus has a BKB now. He can feel a little bit safer to actually go in. Static Storm won't be too much of a threat to him. Unless C-Boss suddenly just sucks out a Aghanim Scepter from somewhere. Which I highly doubt is gonna happen anytime soon. Unless they really just start taking kills after kills. I guess this tier 1 tower is a pretty easy snatch for them as well if they want to go for it. But Insidious, they have to pressure the high ground at the moment. I'm not too sure if they want to, or even if they should wait. I guess Sniper can potentially outcarry a Razor, because Razor might not even get close enough if Bethel has enough attack speed. Especially if he should actually go for the Eye of Skadi. The second ultimate orb in his inventory, so Eye of Skadi actually will be pretty damn nice in kiting the Razor, or kiting anybody around for that matter. Bethel though, he's pretty ballsy. Doesn't have a BKB or anything to escape if things really came down to that. He's just confident in his ability to stay far enough back that the initiators, the Tide Hunter with the blink daggers, they just don't get close enough. Although just imagine Zero Latitude having some vision. Suddenly glimpse, death. Nice. Razor just continues to farm up as well, working towards his Aghanim Scepter now. They maybe even want to go for Roshan. Well, speaking of Aghanims, the Juggernaut finishes his Omni Slash on a lower cooldown. More bounces and, well, the tier 3 went down. Not even a deny. 9 jumps instead of 6 on level 2 at the moment. And cooldown 70 seconds. Not too bad, but E-Blade finished on Tinker. Is that gonna be enough? Man, it's definitely gonna be enough good against a Sniper. Just make it so that the Sniper himself can't right click, but blink, Thunderclap onto 2, they use the Primal Split, they want Prometheus, he activates the Ghost Scepter, will it be enough though? The wall comes down, Chegosaurus, he has it right, they get the Tinker, he doesn't have buyback. It's a huge kill at the moment, they want to go for 2-2-2 as well. If they get Earthshaker Assassinate, it's gonna be enough as well. They throw the Titan Hunter up in the air with the Storm Panda. They get the Rex, or actually melee Rex, they still stand, the Glyph comes out, there's the Ravage, only connects into Chegosaurus who's still alive. They will get Koala, Isera, he came back in. With Thunderclap, actually it was still on cooldown, but BKB and Razor doesn't save his ass at all. Goes Scepter on the Tide Hunter, but Blade Fury, and that is GG called. Insidious Idol, 31 minutes in, they do overwhelm Zero Latitude. The Tinker just nicely jumped by Insidious Idol there, knowing that if you kill the Tinker, you more or less win the fight, or at least you can push without too much issues. So, well played by Insidious Idol. Zero Latitude, their losing streak continues. can they remedy that in game number 2, guys, because this is after all a 2-game series. But until then, thank you so much and much appreciated that you guys tuned in to support HeflaTV as well as support the Join Dota League. And if you have a little bit of money to spare, you can always buy the ticket of Join Dota League as well, just to increase the prize pool, so that the teams would have a little bit more motivation to maybe show up on time. But nonetheless, guys, we're heading into game number 2. Stick around if you enjoyed. And of course, you can always follow us on this channel as well as HeflaTV 2 and HeflaMoke, the English channels for us. And our social media, HeflaTV on Facebook and Twitter, to know when we're going live with what games on what channels. And if you want some cool Twitch emotes and also once again have money to spare, you can always subscribe as well. But this is gonna be it for game number 1. See you in game 2.